What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another weekly guild stats video in SimpleMMO. This week we're covering October 22 through 29 of 2023. In case you didn't know, it is 2023. You could have been in a coma, I get it, and obviously Couch Cap videos is the first thing you're going to watch after coming out of a coma. So I got you. But some bad news here. We don't get the nifty transitions this week, unfortunately, due to a technical issue. But you know what? It's going to be resolved by the end of this week. So don't worry, next week when we get another video out, we'll have our little nifty transitions once again. So enough of that. Let's actually get into the details of this week. Again, 22 through 29 October, and we have the newly active guilds here and the deleted guilds on the right hand side. Let's focus on the newly active guilds, right? So we have a total of 9 newly active guilds for this week. Old Elves is clearly the lead guild for this week. They've absolutely crushed it in the recruiting section of guild management, and they have 56 guild members, which is awesome. And honestly, they're probably going to be one of the only guilds, or the only guild for this week to actually last longer than, I don't know, say 2-3 weeks. So let's talk about a couple others real fast. You have Keeper of the Welkin, which is a cool name. You have Blades of the Last Liberators, which is also a cool name. You have the Forest, and I don't know, this is kind of interesting to me. It probably means absolutely nothing, but last week we had Wolf, which was close to Wolfblood. This week we have Forest, which is close to the Forest. I don't know if they're taking inspiration from top guilds, or they're just, it's a common thing to name your guilds. Either way. And then finally, I do want to talk about I Buy Penny Droppers. So I Buy Penny Droppers is an older guild. Now, if you didn't know, first, Penny Dropper is an item in the game. It's actually named, there's 4 different types of Penny Droppers in the game outside of custom items. Now that's interesting about the guild itself, but also I want to talk about how long this guild has been around. So in this game right now, we have close to about 3,000 guilds throughout the duration of SimpleMMO being created. Now this guild was the 920th guild to be created. So it is an older guild that has popped up and has gained some type of activity, and an activity defined as guild EXP since the version 9.0 update in April of 2021. So it is an older one. The rest of the guilds are actually fairly new for this week. So that's it for the newly active guilds. Let's actually talk about the delete guilds. One, I don't know why I keep numbering things, but stick with me here. First and foremost, is International. International is a huge guild, clearly, 62 for the member count. But you know what? Their guild leader, Bick, if that's how they pronounce their name, has decided they're done being a guild leader. They're done with this guild, period. They don't want anyone else to run it. And they decided to join the Scarlet Legion. It is sad, I will tell you, it is sad to see a bigger guild disappear off the face of the SimpleMMO universe. But you know what? Scarlet Legion, again, top tier, so I understand. That second guild, I'm not even going to pronounce that name. That second guild was actually covered in last week as a newly active guild. But such is the way of the SimpleMMO life, guild life, that they die off really fast. They decided to join Lunar Demise, which is another decent guild to join. Then you have that third guild there. But, enough about the guild details. Let's actually go into the guild stats dashboard here. I'll cover a few things here that I want to highlight for your attention. Wow, I was just about to say first again. Woo-wee! I am addicted to numbering things tonight. Regardless, 96 weekly active guilds. We see a spike in activity, which is great to see because that means SimpleMMO has the same type of trend in player activity as normal traditional MMOs. We are currently in a Halloween event right now, and when events occur in an MMO, you're bound to see more players spike and join the game again to play for those 2 to 3 weeks, in this case, of the event, and then disappear again. So this is good because we have a normal traditional MMO trend occurring here. Now let's go to the top 10 PvP leaderboards on your bottom left. Babel has come back as a PvP guild. At the start of the new season that we are in for the seasonal guild leaderboard, they decided to transition back over to PvP, and they've taken over that first place position for the week with 24 million guild EXP. Then we have Scarlet Legion with 21 million EXP. Which is no easy feat, and they've actually crushed it once again. But they did get knocked down to second place, so it's something to keep watch of how Babel and the Scarlet Legion are going to handle themselves. Then we have the Forest, barely eked by Rain Factory, Knights Who Say Ye, who clearly taking this season seriously. Then we have Gold and Narrows, Old Salts holding strong in the top 10 here. Wolfblood dropping all the way down to the 8th place position, but that is to be expected considering the news that we covered in our stream that Dazed, the guild leader, has decided to take a step back to enjoy life and not be stressed as a guild leader, which I completely understand. But don't worry, they got a lot of great individuals running that guild still, so that's why they're still top 10. And then, of course, we have Cheese Cult and Still Friendly. Now, let's rotate over to the top 10 PvE guilds. Since Babel's no longer PvE, you could actually see a lot more numbers on this chart here, which is pretty nice if I say so myself. First, we have the Step into Shadows holding off onto that first place position now that Babel's gone. Genesis, which is coming back again as a top tier guild with 4.8 mil. We have the Titans, Peaceful Crusade. We have Wolf, which I just talked about earlier, Nightmare Rats, and so on. So that about covers it actually for this week. Pretty simple week. You know, we got some spikes here because of the Halloween event, but nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary. So that about covers it. So if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to do some friendly trash talking as your top 10 guilds here, by all means leave a comment down below. And if you keep coming back for these beautiful weekly guild stats, I appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Till next time.